Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Easter 2023 collection from my brand Pampered Polishes. These are going on sale April 1st, so in the description box I will link my site, I will link my business Instagram page, I will link my business Facebook page, and then I will link my swatching Instagram where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. Also, this is going to be a one batch release. If something sells out, I don't plan on revisiting the polishes. So there are 6 polishes in this collection, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have two Peeps in a Pod, and this is a dusty pastel pink Crelly, and it's got a scattered holographic, and then it also has pink and pink holographic micro glitter. All of these though are Crellys, but they do also lean on the side of jellies, where if you wanted to wear them as sheers, you definitely could. This has a good formula in my opinion. It's not too thick or too thin. It does self-level really nicely. The coverage on this one in particular is pretty good. It is a very close color to my skin tone though, so I am personally happy seeing visible nail line. So I am doing 2 coats here, and that did give me full coverage, but I'm happy to wear this one on one. So here's that second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. This does have micro glitter in it, so it is going to dry to a slightly textured finish. It's also going to dry on the dull side, so either way I do recommend going in for a top coat to finish this one off to give you that nice plump glossy finish. And again, since there's glitter in here, it is going to take scrubbing to remove. Everything in this collection does have glitter, so I will be on repeat with that sentence, but there are 2 coats of 2 Peeps in a Pod. Up next we have That's All Yolks, and this one is a dusty pastel kind of orange sickle Crelly, and again it has scattered holographic, and then it also has a copper holographic micro glitter. All of these I was so debating hard on going the pastel neon route or a dusty pastel route, and I was kind of looking at what other people have done this season, and it seems like a lot of people were going with the brighter pastels, so I decided to go on the dustier kind of softer route. So that's why all of these have a dusty-ish element to it. So this is pretty sheer here on this first coat. I did do 3 coats to build this one up to 100% opacity, but it does apply very evenly. So if you don't mind visible nail line, or you like that kind of more sheared out jelly look, this does apply really evenly. So 2 coats here, and I was happy with the coverage, but I did go in for 3 coats just to hide the remainder of my visible nail line. Also, the glitter that's in here, it's all micro glitter, so it does spread out easily and evenly across the nail, and you don't have to do any kind of manipulation to get it to do so. Just like everything else in this collection, this is a micro glitter, so it is going to dry with some texture. You're going to want a top coat to finish it off for that reason, but it also dries on the dull side. So bear that in mind. You might end up needing 2 coats of top coat or a glitter smoother. It doesn't dry to like a sandy finish, but it does dry textured. Also, since this is glitter, it is going to require some scrubbing to remove. If you hate removing glitter, I do recommend purchasing some nail polish clips. They will save you with all your glitter manicures. So there are 2 coats of That's All Yolks. So up next we have Pickin Up Chicks, and this is a dusty pastel yellow. It does lean like a greeny yellow, so I might consider this a yellowy chartreuse, but it is definitely more pastel yellow than chartreuse. And again, we have the scattered holographic element, and then the holographic micro glitter that's in here is a golden yellow. So again, this is pretty sheer here on this first coat. It is very even though, so again, if you don't mind visible nail line, or if you like that sheared out jelly look, you could definitely do this in 1 or 2 coats, but I am going to show you what 3 coats looks like to build it up to full coverage. This one also, just like everything else, the micro glitter that's in here is kind of embedded almost in the polish, so it does spread out easily and evenly across the nail. You don't have to manipulate it to do anything special. You are going to want top coat to finish this off. It is going to dry with some texture and on the dull side. So maybe 2 coats of a regular thinner glossy top coat or a thicker glitter eating glossy top coat to finish this one off. For my swatches, I just ended up going in with 1 coat of top coat and I was happy. And just like everything else, since this is micro glitter, it is going to require some scrubbing when removing. But there are 3 coats of Pickin Up Chicks. Up next we have fresh out of Clucks, and this one is a dusty pastel green crelly, and again it has that scattered holographic element, and this one has a green holographic micro glitter as well. I also debated going in for a contrasting glitter color with these, but I really had such a hard time. What did I want to do with all these really pretty dusty pastel base colors, you know? So ultimately, I am very happy with how the collection turned out, but now I really want to go in and make like 45 different pastel collections. I debated glitter, I debated flakes, I debated adding a shimmer. I debated if I wanted to put the holographic in any of these, but ultimately I am in love with this collection. So this does cover really well here on 2 coats. Again, if you don't mind that visible nail line and if you don't mind a more jellyish kind of look, I prefer this one in 2 coats, but I am going to show you what 3 coats looks like built up on the nail. The formula is much the same, not too thick or too thin, very smooth, easy application. And these glitters, again, take no manipulation to work around. 3 coats does build this one up to full coverage. You're definitely going to want a top coat to finish this one off, just like everything else. It's going to dry dull and slightly textured. And because this is glitter, again, it is going to be more troublesome to remove. So there are 3 coats of fresh out of Clucks. So up next we have Hop Till You Drop, and this one is a dusty pastel like cerulean blue color. Again, it's acrylic, and again it does have the scattered holographic element, and this one does have a blue holographic micro glitter to it. Again, this one is a little bit sheer on this first coat. These last 2 do cover the best of the collection, so if you're more into the full coverage look, these 2 are going to be the choices that probably call best to you. I got full coverage on this one in just 2 coats, but it does have the same nice formula to work with. Again, no running, pooling, staining, and not too thick or too thin. But just like everything else, it is going to dry dull and with some textures. So a top coat will help with those 2 issues if you don't love that on your manicure. And just like everything else, this is going to require some scrubbing to remove. It is a micro glitter, so if you don't own those nail polish clips that I've talked about 150 times, I highly recommend. They're very inexpensive and very useful. So there are 2 coats of Hop Till You Drop. And lastly for today, we have Some Bunny to Love, and this one is a dusty kind of grape purple crelly. Again, it does have that scattered holographic element to it, and then this one has a holographic lilac glitter. The glitter that's in this one is larger than what's in the rest of the collection, just because with this base color, I did want the glitter to stand out just a little bit more. It was harder with the smaller glitters to get it to be as seen. So I made this one a little bit larger and I don't regret that decision. However, I was a little skeptical on the rest of them after adding this glitter because I think I like the larger glitter more. But the formula is the same, not too thick or too thin. And again, you don't have to manipulate these glitters around to get them to spread out easily and evenly across the nail. I was happy here in 2 coats. If you're super duper picky, you might end up needing to go in for 3 of this. This one is also going to dry on the dull side and with the slightest bit of texture, so I do recommend going in for a top coat to finish this off, smooth everything out, and make it a nice finished polished manicure. And that being said, this is again glitter, so it is going to require some scrubbing to remove. So there are 2 coats of Some Bunny to Love. And here's a look at the full collection. I am wildly pleased with how this collection turned out. I think everything turned out really beautiful. I love that I chose to go with the dusty element instead of the brighter element. But I do really want to revisit the idea of the brighter element, revisit the idea of pastels with a shifty shimmer, revisit the idea of pastels with the flakes. So this collection has definitely inspired me to explore pastels more than just here and there. So anyway, this is the collective shot of everything all together. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.